Time Traveling Thursdays. Hello, it is April the 9th, 2009. I'm not really a science buff. I know enough to be dangerous, but not know enough to know what the hell I'm talking about. Transformed into energy, or energy gets transformed into matter, whatever the case is. But basically, there is never really a death state to anything. It's just a new formation of that thing, right? So then you take into the idea that all things are and all things aren't. For every positive construct, there's a negative construct. Or for every action, there's an equal reaction, right? So there's always this balancing act that seems to happen in modern science. So why don't we take it beyond the science and push it to the complete theory that all aspects have an equal balancing, so that nothing is truly gone or nothing was truly there. So basically, sum of all things are equivalent to zero. Now I'm a computer guy. So, and the simplicity of computer technology is essentially on or it is off. And all things and activities are engaged in the ideology of being on at the pattern and behavior that leads up to the response of a series of... And everybody find a straw. Yes, I said take a moment and find a straw. Now technically I'm driving right now, so I'm not going to find a straw. Good. Alright. Now, if we take the length of the straw, we know that it produces a line. And this is the construct and perception that we are taught and we perform in the existence of our life. If we take that straw and now look at the point of space that's occupied by the straw from that perception when you're looking directly at them. So what I want you guys to take for a moment to consider, are we as human beings, because of the nature of our consciousness and the limited access to the energy that is our spirit, that we don't have the ability to perceive the universe in the complete knowledge that's there. And so essentially we're the straw. We perceive things in a linear fashion. We have to experience things in a linear fashion. When somebody tells us, we don't immediately understand it. We actually have to listen, process that information, comprehend that information, and then establish an opinion of that information, in which case now it's stored within our minds. So, in that description, everything is linear. So we are limited in our human nature. Consider for a moment, there is a means and way to be conscious in all aspects without being confined to a linear thought process. Now, if we consider that as the ultimate evolutionary or any spiritual body, then we allow for the perception that everything is now, and if it is not now, it's not. So it brings back to the point, looking at the straight at the point of the straw. Go ahead and turn and look at the straight at the point of the straw. Now, the straight point of the straw is the now. Everything along the linear path of that existence is now. Use that. So, as the foundation of our understanding of time travel, there is no longer a grandfather paradox. Okay? The interlooping and cross-exchange of events that happen in a linear fashion really have no relevance to causing paradoxical related behavior, because everything is now. Everything is now. So, that's my idea of time travel, and a direct response Hank recently published. So, if we take that into account, what is it in the relationship to time and reality? What do we open up to the paranormal perceptions of an individual? Is that an individual who's greater connected to their spiritual body, which the spirit in a linear, logical pattern that the biological life form that is a human being is inhibited by? Go ahead, think about it. Got any comments? Go ahead and bounce it off to me. When I can, I'm going to talk about time travel and the relationship and my thought processes as a common individual. I think what we're being taught in science may be a contradiction to itself, or viewpoint that is built upon the intellectual behavior that is constructed in a linear fashion, as opposed to an interactive fashion that is more related to a spiritual body. You have a great day.